Testing. What's going on, y'all? It's your tech homeboy. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you can hear. You should be able to hear me. Hey, this is a quick video. I'm just coming in on your lunch hour. Did y'all hear? It's crazy. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. All right, imagine this. You're at your mother-in-law's house, right? And you going over there to fix her car because your wife was bugging you to fix her car. And no, it's because you're a good person, right? And she said it would take an hour, and that hour turns into a day, and then a day into a week, and then it turns into 10 months. Now imagine during those 10 months, you are still at your mother-in-law's house. Oh my gosh, that'll be a freaking nightmare. Now replace your mother-in-law with space and replace the Honda or the mom van with the Boeing spaceship. That's what's going on. You have two astronauts. They've been stuck in space for 10 months. Can you believe being stuck in space for 10 months? You go somewhere thinking it'll take 1 week and you end up being stuck for 10 months. That is a nightmare. And who to blame is Boeing. We call it like the Great Space Debacle. So we're going to talk about like the Great Space Debacle. Then we're going to talk about Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, because that's why you're here anyway, right? To get the tea. So you have two astronauts. They're floating in space, courtesy of Boeing. They have a capsule that apparently did not work properly after years of preparation. And they were supposed to be there for a week, and then NASA let them know that, no, you're actually going to be here for about another 10 months. Well, thankfully, Elon Musk stepped in and he said, you know what? I have this company called SpaceX. I'm going to help y'all. We're going to deliver some of these parts and pieces for you. And then he was like, actually, no. That was supposed to be today. SpaceX was supposed to deliver some parts to them today, and SpaceX wasn't ready either, right? Big surprise there. And it's crazy. This guy, Elon Musk, he has a lot of failures. He has a lot of successes. I remember reading there was over a quarter of his cars were recalled. Over a quarter of Teslas were recalled. I think 1.2 was sold, and then like 300,000 were recalled. So you have so many corporations like Elon Musk. You have a lot of successes and a lot of failures. Well, this one, SpaceX, supposed to come save the day with some replacement parts. And, the astronauts, they're just up there chilling, hanging out, eating their milk, eating their space jelly. And they're just waiting for Elon Musk people to get it together. So I hate to see it. I think Elon Musk, he's busy shutting down the Department of Education. I'm sure the people in space, they'll get tended to soon enough. So if you just got here, we're talking about the space debacle. There's 2 or 3 astronauts there stuck in space because of Boeing's failure. And Boeing has like a pattern of failures. They have a pattern of disasters. They have so many plane crashes, blowing up. And we shouldn't even be surprised. They've been under fire for about a decade of their stellar, and by stellar I mean tragic, their tragic safety culture. And they got a new CEO who's supposed to address a lot of these concerns. And remember, the CEO is really mostly like the face of the company. And so they're supposed to be offering something new. They're supposed to make it look like they're, turning over a new leaf. And then, no, this happened. So they've been under fire for a decade. And did y'all know that they pled guilty to the United States for defrauding the United States? This was linked to all of the 737 crashes. There was one in 2018, a Boeing 737 crashed in Asia. And then 2019, one went down in Ethiopia. Almost 350 people died because of these Boeing MAX 737s that are in the air. China decided to ground all of their 37s, and Boeing wants us to trust them with space travel now. Make it make sense. So, moral of the story, if Boeing is on your airline, or if Boeing is on your airplane rather, you should probably run. I wouldn't trust them with a plane, a helicopter, a pencil, or a bicycle. Okay, so um, whew. So let me know what y'all think about Boeing's and their never-ending drama and their lack of safety culture. I think in addition to all of the plane crashes, there was even one today in East Texas. Not really East Texas, but if you're outside of Texas, it's really considered East Texas. They had one today in East Texas. Like, what is going on with all these plane crashes, man? It's crazy. It's crazy. So while we have two astronauts who are stuck in space, what's up, Frisco? What's up, Dana? What's going on? Let me know what y'all think if y'all trust Boeing. And do y'all remember those plane crashes in 2018 and 2019? Like that were crazy. Like there's so much stuff that goes on in the news. Sometimes you really forget what's going on. So while you have two astronauts that stranded in space, the rest of us were on T-Watch, or the rest of y'all were on T-Watch, seeing what the result of Iman Shumpert's and Tiana Taylor's divorce settlement was. Let me know. You said I sound. Oh, okay. So they've been waiting for a long time for the divorce, and finally today, the judge was like, "All right, let's call it quits." So Tiana Taylor, she walked away with most of the assets. They said she walked away with like, what's going on, Cloud Eye? What's going on, Frisco? Are y'all Team Boeing? We're not talking about Boeing airplanes anymore, but we're talking about Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. I'm not on TikTok, King Mason, so I'm not sure who you see, but I appreciate the comment. I'm not on TikTok though, but so you got two astronauts in space, and everyone's like, okay, but what's going on with Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert? Well, the judge today decided to call it a quits, right? She walked away with like over $500,000 Maybach, crib, a lump sum payment, and Iman Shumpert has to pay $16,000 in child support payments. They have two kids. Whew, so that's $8,000 apiece, in addition to being responsible for their private school tuition. So y'all team Taylor, y'all team Iman Shumpert, let me know what y'all think. Now, this is probably the main conversation you're gonna see all week. Every conversation is gonna be about Team Taylor, Team Iman Shumpert, and like a lot of people held them on a pedestal because they're like this young, fly couple, and now they're kind of being held as a standard of like this couple that went through this divorce. It wasn't ugly. It wasn't an ugly divorce, and they're being a standard for how to co-parent your kids as well. Like a lot of people need a relationship to hold up and to model. A lot of people need a relationship they can model themselves after. And now this is the different kind of relationship where you can model yourself after them if you're dealing with co-parenting issues or if you're going through divorce. So props to them. I'm not going to drag them. They pretty much went through this process pretty classy and positively. Really show people, how to go through divorce the right way. And it's crazy because they lasted for 7 years, right? That's supposed to be like the limited warranty of marriages. That's when psychologists say a lot of marriages start to falter, a lot of marriages end is after those 7 years. And if you want to go beyond those 7 years, or rather, if you believe the data, you should do extra work to make sure your relationship lasts beyond 7 years. So I don't know. I guess just a lot of couples cause it quit and they just expire after year 7. So credit where it's due. This has not been an ugly, toxic kind of thing. This has been a positive thing. Nobody's been embarrassed. It's not giving Cardi B and Offset vibes. It's really giving grown-up co-parenting without making the news every day. All right, so shout out to Tiana Taylor. Shout out to Iman Shumpert. So while everyone's picking sides, debating finances, know that the real winners are the kids. That's what really matters. We got to make sure the babies are cared for, and they seem to be doing a great job of caring for those babies. So props to Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Now, I know people is going to say, we don't know who makes more money. I don't know. I didn't Google it. I don't know who makes more money. I don't know why she would walk away with most of the assets. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it has to do with who bought it originally. But I can't assume who makes more money at all. I don't keep up with these couples. But it is, you know, she seems to be walking away with a great deal. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you've been following it more than me, let me know. But what I do know is that everyone's lying. You know, relationships are not what they are seem to be, especially if you follow the ones on Instagram or social media in general. The vacation photos, the matching outfits, those are only the highlights of someone's relationship and life in general. Those are just the highlights. So you can't compare the whole trip with just the highlights of someone's trip. You know, there's two sides to our relationship. So you got to really invest in your own relationships, invest in your parents' relationship, your kids' relationship, your spouse relationship. That's what really matters, man. Not, you know, using Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert as like a model. You know, you got to create your own model, and you got to live your own life, focus on your own life. And that's really the one real takeaway from this video I want y'all to walk away with. To focus on your own life, focus on your own relationships. You'll always end up better that way. All right. So to recap, Boeing is still a mess. The astronauts are still stuck. Everybody's lying. And are you Team Taylor and Team Shumpert? Y'all hit the like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this little quick lunchtime format. I'll keep doing it for y'all. I appreciate all the comments. Frisco 9, Cloud Eye, King Mason, Dana. Y'all take it easy.